in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We just getting started. Where we at? Where we at? We at 6. Come on, we 4 more thousand taps, y'all. Come on. Tap this screen, tap this screen, tap this screen. Let's talk about it. We got some stuff we're gonna talk about. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, African Wolves. Hey, Juliaki. I don't know how to say that. Hey. Outdoorsman, welcome in. We just getting started. We ain't even got started yet. Come on in, come on in. When you come in, make sure you are following your live host. Make sure you are tapping the screen. Make sure you are sharing the screen out. Welcome in, hey, April. Hey, CC. Hey, user 5736373. Welcome in. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, welcome in. We just about to get started. Country boy, welcome in. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Miss Tonya, Candace, Mama. Hey, Monique. Monique, I know you was on my live on Sunday, yesterday. Welcome in. I hope you had a great day. Monique, I ain't even got to tell you what the topic is. You already know what the topic is because I tell everybody that was on the live to write the topic down. So please put the topic in the chat. My girl is in the building and she going to put the topic in the chat. Sonya, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We almost at 10, y'all. Let's do this. Hey, niece. Hey, Von Von. Good afternoon. Hey, Frank, Francis, Missy. Welcome in, user 573. Thank you for getting your daily army. Come on, y'all, we ready to take off. Hey, King 369. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Myra. Hey, Unknown. Hey, Rachel. Thank you for sharing the live out, niece. Welcome in, YouTube. Welcome in, YouTube. Good afternoon when you come in the live. Hey, Moon. Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, YouTube. When you come in, make sure you are thumbing up on YouTube. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon. I hope everybody had a great day. Hey, Deja. Hey, Miss Right Beauty. Good afternoon. Thank you. Welcome in, Remy and Sam. Baby, we at 10,000. We at 10,000 just like that. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, Tisha. Hey, Tish. Listen, I need 26 different people to give me an ice cream cone. If you do not mind, I need 26 different people. Because once I get to talking, I know I ain't going to say it no more. So, I'm thanking y'all in advance. I need 26. Come on, y'all. Y'all in the building today. Y'all showing out today. Oh, y'all showing mad love today. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Monday. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, y'all showing out today. Oh, y'all showing out today. Listen, I need 19 different people. 19 different people to grab up that ice cream cone. Y'all do that while I talk. Listen, come on. Hey, Miss Barbara. Everybody just, I'm good. Welcome in, Frank. Good afternoon, good afternoon. We just finna get started. If you just coming in, understand this. Y'all should already know. Thank you. Y'all should already know what the topic is. Cause somebody that been on who watched me the other day, put it in the chat. What are we talking about today? When you come on, make sure you are following me. Make sure you are liking the live. Make sure you are liking the live. I'm talking to both people. I'm talking to TikTok, Nina, and YouTube. Yes, girl. That part. My girl, that part. Let me pin this up. Today's topic is financial literacy. If you was watching me on Sunday, I told y'all to remember this topic because we're going to talk about it today. When you come in, make sure if you on YouTube, I love when y'all let me know where you chiming in from. Rep your city or your state so I can shout you out on YouTube because YouTube is different from TikTok. And make sure you are thumbing up the live when you are on YouTube. Come on, y'all. Y'all watching me, but you got to support the live. When you come in, I ask that you tap the screen. I ask that you share the live out. I ask that you engage. I ask that you grab your booklet and your pen because I feel like when you write certain things down, you make it real. And we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to uncover. New York in the building. Welcome in, New York. New York is in the building. Thank you. Welcome in. New York in the building. Listen. When you come in, let's get into this real quick. When you come in my live, understand that this is my live. Join my live at your own risk. And see, y'all the first few people in the live, so y'all hear me say this, and I can guarantee you it's gonna be somebody in the back gonna jump on my live and don't know what's going on, and they gonna try to attack me because they think I'm doing one or the other. And I always tell y'all, a hit dog gonna holler. But I always tell people, join my live at your own risk. Hands up. Let it be known. My hands up like I come in peace. I don't want no smoke. Like I just want to be on my live. Thank you. Come on, y'all. I need 17 more people to give me an ice cream cone. Even though you want to give me more, they only count when you do it one time when we on the flash goal. So I'm asking y'all, let's finish this flash goal. Because once I get to talking, your girl won't even be able to say it. Okay, come on. I'm thanking y'all in advance. When you join my live, understand something. If you an atheist and you don't believe in God, and you prayed about something and it ain't come to pass, and now you're angry with God, I'm not trying to change your mind. This might not be the life for you because I'm going to talk about Jesus on my life. I'm going to talk about God because this is my life. I am saved in real life. I'm not just saved for the internet. I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, baptized, believing, tongue talking, hand clapping, foot stomping, saved. Not just for the internet. I don't like religious people. I don't like people that's so religious that they are so judgmental. I like people that got a relationship with God. Because I feel like if you have a relationship with God, you won't be judgmental because we know that we can't put you in heaven or hell. But if I want to talk about Jesus on my life, I'm going to talk about Jesus on my life because it's my life. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to water nothing down. I'm not going to say it to fit your narrative. I'm not even going to say it to make you comfortable. If anything that I say make you uncomfortable, put that shoe on, lace it up, and wear it. Because sometimes in life, we need to be uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. Now, if you don't like my deliverance, you don't like the way I look, especially because I'm a woman of color, if that offends you because I'm using my hands, if it offends you because my voice is loud, understand something. I am a black woman, and I'm proud to be a black woman, and I'm going to be a black woman until they put me 6 feet under. So if you are offended by anything I'm saying up until this point, don't get on my live. Join my live at your own risk. My hands up. I wave the flag. I come in peace. But if you think that you're going to get on this live and be rude, disrespectful, distasteful, cussing people out, baby, you will be blessed and blocked in Miss Janet's voice real quick. Real quick. You will be blessed and you will be blocked. Not because I can't go back and forth, and not because people not going to agree with me. It don't matter. If you don't agree, you can say, you know what, I don't agree with that, but I'm going to need an explanation. And you got to give me the opportunity to respond to what you don't agree with. I'm one of the realest live hosts you're going to come across. Real, because I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to tell you something that you don't want to hear. Let somebody that been trying to tell you what your mama, grandma, sister, cousin, the world been trying to tell you, because I ain't going to get no behind whooping. I'm going to say what I want to say because this is my life. And sometimes the truth hurts. It stings a little bit. But come here, auntie. Let auntie, come here, Shug. Let auntie talk to you for a minute. Don't run off the live. Get some tissues and cry that thing out. Cry it out. Quit thinking that you running and hide ain't going to change the narrative. Sometimes you got to weather the storm. Hold your head down and weather the storm and just listen sometimes. People don't want to hear that. I don't think I know everything, but I know enough. I'm 46 years old, and I've been through I've been through a lot in life. And so I feel that I can speak on some things. I am a certified life coach. I know some people don't want to talk to people unless they got alphabet in front of their names. Doctor, PhD. I don't have a PhD and I don't have doctor in front of my name, because I'm the type of person, I feel like life lessons. Can't now book, now education, now degree teach you certain things like life can. Because one thing about life gonna life. And if you feel like, oh, what she talking about, she don't know what she talking about, she ain't got doctor in front of her name, this ain't the life for you. I do have a degree. I have degrees in communication, but I do have a master's degree. I have degrees. I am a certified life coach. I do one-on-ones. Now, understand that one-on-ones are not free. I give enough free game on here. But some things need to be discussed one-on-one. I'm an educator. I am a teacher. I teach ELA high school 9th grade. A lot of my students find me on social media. It's not that I tell them what my name, they find me because my pages are not private. I don't like talking to my students on my live. I like talking to adults. I don't like talking to simple-minded people. When you come on my live, like I said, join my live at your own risk. I do ask that you support the live. Liking the live, sharing the live out, tapping the screen, sending a gift here and there. I might get to talking so good that I don't even ask for no gift. So that's why in the beginning I be trying to fill the gifts up, because this is the only way to push me out on the FYP. Everybody listening to me right now, if you don't mind putting hashtag FYP, push your girl out to the FYP. If you do not mind, if you are in my live on my TikTok and you have not grabbed up your daily heart me, please grab up your daily heart me. If you in my live and you have not grabbed up this ice cream cone, if you do not mind, send your girl an ice cream cone. I don't think I'm asking for too much. I like people to engage with me. The only way I'm gonna keep rising to the top is you guys. If y'all don't support me, what we doing? And if support me offends you and you assume that I'm gonna be rich, the other day TikTok sent me a payment, and I was like, I got a payment. I got a $12 payment from TikTok. So please do not think you tapping my screen or sending me a gift that it's enough to pay my mortgage, the student loans off, pay my car note. It ain't. I got $12. And I was thinking that I used to want to go viral, because I was like, if I go viral, I get all this money. Now I actually understand that I do this because I like to. I like talking to people. I like helping people. And if the money come, it come. I have not yet made no I ain't made over $100 on TikTok. Oh, understand me? So don't think that you tapping the screen, sharing my live out is gonna make me rich. And for the ones in the back, for the haters in the back, because I've learned that there are people on my lives, but they be in the back listening to what I'm saying, but they ain't tapping no screen, ain't supporting. They ain't gonna never show their hand on my live, but they gonna go back and tell people, or they'll see me out somewhere and be like, I seen your message, or somebody told me, but I ain't never seen you support. Hello. I ain't never seen you support, but for you in the back that don't support, hey. But that being said, we get ready to take off. Listen, I got 5 minutes left. I need a few of y'all to grab up this. You see this? I need like 13 people, 15, 14 people, different people to give me the ice cream cone. Hold on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get ready to pray. Depending on my sin, Lord Jesus, I come to you humble, take me in advance and choose me to be the person who chose to speak to your people. Lord, cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. Lord, I close the mouths of the ears, close the ears of the prince of the air. Cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits, anything not sent by you. Lord, I put the blood of Jesus over the airways, over my home, over my husband, over my son. Excuse me. Lord, create me a clean heart, so I'm good young people. Lord, throw your weight around. Send those quality over quantity. Send the engagers with a clean heart, create them a clean heart, so they're open to receive the word that's about to go down. Lord, let this word be sent out to do exactly what it's meant to do. Let it not come back to you void. Lord, let it not fall on deaf ears. Let it be sent out to do exactly what it's meant to do. Lord, put the blood of Jesus over the airways. I cancel anything not sent by you. In your son, Jesus' name, amen. Let's get ready to talk. Listen. On Sunday, we was having a great conversation. We talked about everything. We was talking about relationships, and what we were talking about was what has fear stopped? No. Yeah. If you could have it, what the topic was, if you could have it, what would you do with it? And I asked a few people to tell me what are some things that they want. They done. And somebody said they wanted a dedicated partner. And while we were talking about a dedicated partner, we got on the topic of why relationships really end. A lot of people assume that most marriages, most relationships end because of infidelity. That's not true. The number one cause of separation is finances, money. Not being financial not having financial literacy, not even having the knowledge about finances can cause you to lose the best thing that you've ever had. And people don't think that. They think that, oh, I got a down pat because I look good, because I'm shaped like a Coke bottle, or a man can think because I got good, or whatever the case may be. But listen, when it get down to that money conversation, things go left real quick. And that's because a lot of us was never taught the importance of being financially stable. Hey, Carmen. Y'all, let's welcome Carmen in. It's her first time here. A lot of people don't understand the importance about being financially stable. When you are financially stable, you're able to function on the notion of paying your bills. You're able to function knowing that this got to be paid over that over there. It's a notion of understanding. Thank you, Frederick. It's a notion of knowing that you're not going to no longer beg for your needs and getting your wants. Stop begging for your needs and just getting your wants. You want to be in a position where you can financially take care of yourself. You can financially live comfortably without even worrying about how am I going to make it from this check to that check. And I know there's a lot of arguments. Question in the chat. And this is only for my grown people. My people that's going to be real with me. What is something that has hindered you from being financially free? Financially stable. Let's say that. Tell me something good. What in your life has stopped you from having financial stability? Let's talk about it. Tell me something that has stopped you from having financial stability. That's what I want to know. Tell me something that has stopped you from having financial stability. So we're talking about financial literacy. Tell me something in your life that has stopped you from having financial, helping others. Thank you. Helping others. Financial debt. Okay, yeah, that's true. With background. I'm going to say, with a stroke, I'm going to say health problems. Yes, come on, I know there's more people in here that can tell me what is something that, I just want to know one thing that has stopped you from being financially stable. And one of the things I'm looking for, nobody ain't said. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. What is something that has stopped you from being mindset, my kids? Work. Oh man. Inflation. Discipline. This. Medical problems. That ain't right. This. Medical problems. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome. Hey, Miss Clara. Listen. One of the main things, I got a lot of feedback, but one of the main things that has stopped a lot of us from being financially stable, is discipline. Discipline. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people, a lot of us, first of all, a lot of us wasn't born where our parents sat us down, and our parents sat us down and had a conversation about the importance of paying your bills, not living above your means. That's another thing. Nobody said that. Living above your means. That's what I was looking for. Living above your means. But a lot of people will sit down and make 101 excuses on why they can't afford to live the life they want to live. And one of the main things that they lack is knowledge. And the Bible says, my people perishes without knowledge. And when somebody try to tell certain people certain things, they have an excuse on why they do the things they do. One of the things that they'll say they do is go on a shopping spree, and they call that retail therapy. Thank you. They call that retail therapy. Retail therapy is not no sense of therapy, especially when you don't got the money. When you look at your money, When you look at your money and you sit down and you calculate the money that you bring in versus the money that you take it go out, if it's not where it needs to be, then you're living above your means. I've learned this throughout the years. Rich people do not live above their means. Rich people live like they don't have it. But we have too many people that want to look like they got it and don't really got it. The excuses is, these are the excuses. Well, the money that I make, I can't pay my bills with it. It ain't enough to pay my bills. But yet, them same people in the same voice will take money like they say that they don't got and will go on a shopping spree. How do you go to retail therapy if you can't afford to not be in debt? Something to think about. I know this is going to be a touchy subject and that some people going to get their feelings hurt, but we're going to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Somebody said, I asked a few people, tell me something that has stopped you, welcome in Miss Lulu, that has stopped you from being financially stable. They said helping others, financial debt, background, health problems, mindset, my kids, work, a man, inflation. Okay. Next thing, everybody in the chat put mindset. I just want to see mindset going up and down the timeline. Everybody put mindset in the chat. Mindset. First thing, listen. You see how I wrote all this stuff down? Now over here, I want y'all to write some of the stuff that I say down. The first thing I want y'all to write down is discipline. Write discipline down. And the second one, I want you to write mindset. I want y'all to talk. I want you to write mindset. And the reason why, thank you, D. And thank y'all. The reason why I want you to write those two things down, because these are some of the things that's at the top of the list that hinders people from, hey, Indonesia in the building. These are some of the two of the main things that has hindered or stopped everybody, a lot of people, from being financially stable. A lot of people are afraid to discipline themselves because they feel like, well, I need. It's a difference between needs and your wants. You got to get to the point in your life, this adult life, respectfully. This is me being respectful. Respectfully, you got to get in a place in your life where you are able to discipline yourself. But in order to discipline yourself, you got to change your mindset on your outlook of the way life is being lived. We can sit down and we can go back and forth on the reason why you don't have enough money or you can't be financially stable. We can have a whole lot of excuses. I know, do not argue with me or try to attack me. I know everybody's money look different. But what I am going to say, if you discipline yourself a little bit more, you will be a penny closer to being financially stable. But in order to do that, you got to change the way you think about things. This is what I mean when I say change the way you think about things. If you have never been able to pay at least one bill on time, and when I say that, I'm talking about your rent or your mortgage, a car note, car insurance, light bill, water bill. You notice I didn't say internet or cable, because in reality, internet or cable is a necessity. We need internet so that we can have the apps on TV and with a lot of the smart TVs. But cable is not at the top of the list. If you change your mindset about how you pay certain things, then and only then you will be able to do better than what you do. If you live paycheck to paycheck and month in and month out, you don't ever tell yourself, I'm going to pay this light bill on time. I'm going to pay this rent one time on time. I'm going to pay this mortgage. If you don't even know what it feels like, you don't know what it feels like. And you will never know what it feels like, because if you got the type of mindset that you feel like, I pay it when I pay it, I always get an extension, I pay it late, I pay the late fee. If you tell yourself, I would pay the late fee because you want to do something else with your money, and if you want to do something else with your light bill money, and you need to make sure that it is detrimental to your life, health, your well-being. Don't let you doing something with your light bill money be something that's not even something that you can't live without, is what I'm saying. If you got to choose to pay your light bill or feed yourself or your children, that's one thing. But if you don't pay your light bill because you feel like, I pay it late, I get an extension, that's what extensions are for, and that's how you live your life, you will never be financially free. You will never be financially free because you are stuck in a warp zone. If you walk around here talking about, I pay it when I pay it, it's just so that you can get a new pair of shoes. If you hollering about, I pay it when I pay it to get your hair done. If you walk around here saying, I pay it when I pay it to get your nails and toes done, shame on you. You cannot walk around here and say you want to be financially stable, but you're doing nothing to put yourself in that position. And if you are getting offended by what I'm saying right now, shame on you. Go sit in timeout. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Daniel, are you talking to me? Hold on, y'all. Daniel, are you talking to me? Daniel Joyce, 4844. Are you talking to me? And are you talking about me? I want to make this clear real quick. We going to handle this real quick, y'all, because we got too much to talk about than to entertain this right here. I need to know if you're talking to me. Like, what are you talking about? If you do not change the way you spend your money, the way you think, the way you move, the way you are, then you will not be able to do anything that you want to do in life. You're going to always do what you need to do or what you have to do, because you won't change the way you think or look or listen to when somebody's giving you some real advice. When you are disciplined and you change your mindset, you will no longer be spending your light bill money on things that is not detrimental to you. Hold on. What? What are you talking about? I don't know who you is, but you finna get off my live. Goodbye. When it comes down to it, if you don't change the way you do things, then and only then, you will never be able to be in a different position in life. If what I'm saying offends you, and got you in your feelings, or got you feeling some type of way, I've just hit the nail on the head. Because we walk around here and complain and be mad and angry at everybody else, but we never take a look in the mirror and tell ourselves what we need to do. We always walking around here like, that don't pertain to me. That part. That don't pertain to me, or I don't got to change nothing. Nobody can't tell me that I've been living like this. I don't have to do this and I don't have to do that. Yes, you do. Every time you get a few dollars, for instance, right now it's income tax season. When you got your income tax, and this is only for those that didn't need their money real bad. If you needed to pay your rent up, pay that rent up. If you needed to catch up on bills, catch up on bills. But if you didn't take every dime you got and catch up on bills, and you had something left, and you know this is the first of the year, and you can always get a free credit report. You can get a free credit report from Experian. You can get all 3 of your credit reports printed and mailed and sent directly to you. You're able to sit down and look over your bills, your credit. And let me tell you something. I'm not talking about paying medical bills and student loans. I'm talking about paying them old cable bills. I'm talking about paying them old internet bills. I'm talking about paying them old cell phone bills. I'm talking about paying that old insurance bill. I'm talking about doing something different that you've never done. And once your income tax is gone, you need to be able to look back over your money, and see where you've spent the money at. Some of y'all would rather go on a cruise or go and get your body done, or go and get weed and hair weave, get all kind of material things done, versus handling your grown people business. This is grown up business. If you a child, if you simple-minded, you ain't gonna understand nothing I'm talking about. The only people that understand what I'm really talking about is grown people with grown people bills and grown people responsibilities, and who is tired of not having enough money, who is tired of living in debt, who is tired of being a slave to the lender. Those type of people are the only people that understand what I'm talking about, because it is time for us to be financially free. In order to get financially free, you're going to have to make some changes, and you're the only one that knows what those changes look like. You have to stop all that overspending when you don't need it. I've been in my house 2 years. I'm just saying. When I moved in my house, the most important thing was not to get brand new furniture. The first thing was not to make everything glam out the way I wanted. That was not my first priority. The first year in my house, my first priority was making sure that mortgage was paid on time, no matter what. Listen to me. My second was making sure we had money just in case something went on, because it's a difference between renting and owning. Because when you own a house, everything that break or tear up in your house, the responsibility is on the homeowner, not nobody that you renting from. So me and my husband's first priority was not to go get brand new furniture from Rooms to Go. I've been in here 2 years going on 3. I just got some furniture, don't really like it, but slowly but surely I'm changing my house, because now I'm in a better position, and I didn't care what nobody said. I didn't care how nobody felt. I don't care who was doing what. When it comes down to being an adult, when it comes down to being responsible, even when it don't feel good, because sometimes you got to close them eyes and pay them bills. Because when you an adult, you get to the point where you say, you know what, I'm tired of not having, I'm tired of struggling, I'm tired of bills being behind, I'm tired of being in debt. I can't pay all of it off. I'm going to pay what I can off, because I'm tired of my credit score being at a certain level and then complaining and mad and angry. Listen, when you put yourself in a better financial position, you sleep way better at night, knowing that if the AC break down, you can fix it. If the wash and dryer tear up, you can fix it. If your car tear up, you can fix it. But some people don't understand that. People want to get mad when you tell the truth. They feel like you attacking them. They feel like you tearing somebody down. One thing about it, and 2 things for sure: a hit dog gonna holler. But when you are a grown adult, you understand everything that I'm talking about, and you don't feel like this is an attack on you when somebody is telling you the truth. And you know what? One thing about God do everything decency and in order. Today is somebody decency and in order. You may have came on this live and you not understanding how to be financially free, but then You sitting up here listening to me in this baby stuff. All you got to do is get it in your mind. I got to change my mindset. I got to stop going and spend money that I don't have in order to get something that I ain't never had. Hello, that was a word. You got to do something you ain't never done before to get something you ain't never had. If you don't know what it feels like to pay your bills on time, at least one bill, you need to get it in your mind moving forward. I'm going to pay something on time because I'm tired of being in debt. We got to change the narrative, because I'm going to say this right here. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing. If the government gave us a check right now, understand this. Ain't nothing in this world for free. If the government gave all us $15,000, $2,000, $3,000, $1 million a piece, you better believe that they want days on the back end. I don't want the government giving me nothing. You got to put yourself in a position where you ain't asking or waiting on or depending on nobody to give you nothing. Listen, it ain't nothing wrong with being on food stamps. Nothing at all. I've been there, done that. I really wish I could get some, but I don't qualify. I don't qualify. If a few months ago you got food stamps and you questioned if the government was going to give you that food stamps in order to feed your children, you definitely need to be on this live, because the fact that you depend on the government to feed your children, and look, y'all didn't go to the source, you went to the resource. People was all online talking about what they gonna do, how they gonna five-finger discount. Y'all went to the resource. You should have been going to the source, because see, God is the source. If y'all thought day that the Lord was gonna allow the children to go hungry, y'all don't believe in God. Y'all don't know too much about Him. If y'all thought that He was gonna let them children go hungry, listen, God gonna take care of His children. And one thing about a child, people think that the government opened back up. Oh, Donald Trump gave us the food stamps. No, y'all went to the resource. You should have been thanking the source, because if it had not been for Him, the Bible says you rather put a clock around your neck than to mess with one of His children. But see, this is what I'm talking about. If you had your mind made up and you know God said it in the Word, God ain't never seen His children begging for bread. But see, people don't trust God enough. They only trust Him when they can see Him and when He's doing things for them. And the Bible says, my people perish without knowledge. Some people, you can't tell nothing. They got all the answers, but still in the position they've been in since last year. They're in the position their mama was in. They're in the position their grandma was in. And then they start to sit back and say, well, why I ain't got nothing? You don't got nothing because you don't know how to save nothing. You don't got nothing because when God blessed you with that, you weren't thankful and grateful on that. You didn't take care and you didn't do what you supposed to do. You did what you wanted to do, and then when everything don't fell through your hands, now you questioning, now Lord, what I'm gonna do? What you gonna do? You just asked the Lord to help you with something. He blessed you with it, and you still went out and did what you wanted to do with the money instead of paying that light bill. There are women that got baby daddies that pay child support faithfully, but when they get the money, they go left with it, and then when it's all gone, they expect something else. Somebody said that a man is the reason why they're in debt. Listen, if you in a relationship, if you in a situationship, if you dealing with a man on any level, and that man is the reason why y'all ain't got nothing, come here. Come to the front. Come directly to the front. Don't collect 100. Don't pass go. Come to the front and take a seat. Because you got schools in session. You understand me? If you in a situation, a situationship, a relationship, dealing with a man, and the man is the reason why, I'm going to say it again, that you in a financial situation that you in, and he the cause, come and let me school you real quick. Everybody in the chat put schools in session. Schools in session. Let me write that down. That's number 3. Schools in session. Put it in the chat, y'all. School is in session right here, right now. Put it in the chat. School in session. Listen. If you dealing with a man and he the reason why you financially struggling, I want you to put your church finger up. And I want you to walk away from that. Because I don't know, do I got any men up in here? Do I got any men in the building? Let me know. If you a man, say yes. What do I got any men in the building on this conversation? I need to know right now. No men on here, just women. Because I need some help. I need somebody to back me up. Okay. Hey, Allie. Because I'm finna say something real quick. If a woman, I'm just saying, a woman, say she in a situation, a financial situation, financially struggling, and she got a man. That ain't no man. That's a man. That ain't no grown man. Because one thing about a grown man ain't coming to unlevel, uneven that thing out. A grown man gonna get it by any means necessary. A grown man will go out there and hustle. He gonna do what he gotta do for what he loves. Do you understand me? If you in a situation and you dealing with a man and y'all struggling because of him, baby, you need to run, not walk. You need to run. You need to run. Thank you, Janet. I'll be that. If you are dealing with a man, because I said, what is some of the reasons why you are financially struggling? Somebody said a man. Don't you ever, never allow, because I'm going to tell you why. A grown man gonna always have, even if he got $2 or $3 in his wallet, a grown man gonna always be able to put something together to make something. A grown man. You cannot tell me you and a grown man sitting up under the same roof. He is not a grown man. I'm good. Hey, princess. He is not a grown man. He is just a man. When it comes to finances, this is one of the biggest things that causes relationships to go left. Because a lot of people, men or women, sometimes they don't understand the narrative. Let me say this. That part. Let me tell y'all something. When you want to date somebody, make sure you got you together first. You can listen. When it comes to dating, a lot of these grown men, women get this twisted. They think a grown man is the man that pay 100% of the bills. They think a grown man is the man that take a woman on trips, buy out the mall, buy all kind of bags and shoes and the material aspects of the relationship. That's what they think a grown man, real man is. And it's not. Because you got some grown men. And I ain't talking about the grown men. Hold on, Alan. I ain't talking about the grown men that hustle. Because that hustling money ain't for show money. I'm talking about the grown men that don't value. Hold on. But listen, you gotta listen to what I'm finna say. Some women think that that's what a grown man is. But a real grown man might not value buying you a bag. He might not buy out the mall. He might not buy you no red bottoms. He might not fly you out. Not because he don't have it, because he don't value a bag. He values y'all future. He might be putting it up for an investment. He might be saving up money so that y'all can live comfortable way before the 65, the age you have to retire. Some women will lose or walk out on a grown man all because he says, I'm not buying you a bag. I'm not buying you a bag. And it ain't because he don't love you or he don't want you to have nice things. That part. It's because grown men see you down and y'all talking about the insurance policies. Grown men want to make sure you're taken care of if something happened to him. Grown men ain't got time for you to be getting mad or comparing him to your homegirl or man, or comparing him to these ballers that you see on TV. I don't think none of us on here. I don't think I got nail celebrity on my timeline right now. When I say that, I don't think nobody on here, they know football player, basketball player. I don't think nobody on here, they know rappers. I'm talking about real people that's making money that you can see. We ain't got that. A lot of us got men that work 9 to 5 jobs, and these ain't hustling men. I'm talking about, they ain't street men, because there's a difference between a street man and his money and a man that get up and get it from the muscle. But a lot of women don't understand that, and that's why they're in a position where they gonna always lose. If you think that buying a bag is way more important than you saving up money for the future, if you think buying a bag so that you can flex on social media is way more important than you purchasing a home, buying some land, if you think that driving a luxury car and you renting and living in public housing, if you think that's a flex, it is not a flex. Why would you pull up in your Audi? Come on now, let's be real. I don't care who get mad. Why would you pull up in your Audi and you live in public housing? Please make it make sense. Why would you pull up in a Lexus paying rent? I'm just saying, all these luxurious cars that people be pulling up in. I'm not understanding how you look at that as a flex. Oh, I got my Audi, but you don't own nothing. Do you know how expensive Audis are to maintain? Let's be real. Do you know how hard it is, how much upkeep it takes? But see, this is where the mindset, this is where your mindset got to change. You got to stop trying to impress the world. If you think buying all your kids Jordans, the fresh Jordans, listen, even if you get it from the plug, even if you got your Jordans from the plug, if you think that right now in this big old year of 2026, if you think that that's a flex, you simple-minded. You are very simple-minded. If you think taking your kids on a trip just to post it on social media is a flex and you still get Medicaid, you don't own nothing, is a flex, you simple-minded. And I know a lot of people probably saying, oh, what she talking about? She mad? I'm not mad. All I'm saying, if you don't got at least 3 months saved up in the bank, yeah, I'm serious. If you don't got at least 3 months saved up in the bank, you are a paycheck away from struggling. We got to stop trying to impress society and sit down, especially if you're in a relationship. And I know it's different. I know it's different. Obviously, you do care. You commented on my page. Hello. The fact of you feeling like you don't want to own nothing, so you want to rent all your life. You want to rent all your life. Okay. If you do not, thank you for the covering. If you do not, some of y'all scared to hear the truth. And the more people that come on here and attack me, that let me know I'm hitting a nail on the head. That part. That part. People get mad when they hear the truth. If I was on here talking about my husband was cheating on me, if I was on here talking about I caught my husband at the hotel, if I was on here talking like that, oh, they'll want to listen. But they don't want to listen when somebody is pouring into them. I'm saying all this because I am tired of the fact that we as the people, we don't have much, but we don't want nobody telling us the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. You cannot be hollering about you going to retail therapy when you can't even pay your light bill on time. Hello. You ride here flexing and you get Medicaid. Your children got Medicaid, but you flexing. All your children got J's on. They got them $100 backpacks. They stay fresh to death. Everybody got iPhone 17s. I said what I said. You trying to, you're doing everything, and you know what? It's been like this so long. People scared to swallow the truth. Thank you, Curly. People scared to tell the truth. And if you dealing with a man, listen to me, ladies. If you dealing with a grown man and he ain't changed your life, and when I say change your life, I'm not talking about in the bedroom. I'm talking about change the way you think, change the way you spin, change the way you move. And if you a grown woman and you got a grown man and he telling you, we not buying no bed, we not going on a trip, and you talking about, you don't tell me what to do with my money, you don't need to be in a relationship, because somebody trying to tell you something for your own good. Some people be worried about what Susie got down the street, but you don't worry about what you got in your house. And he could be a good man, but because he don't want to buy you the material things, you want to trade him in for a virgin that's gonna buy you the material things. But it's more than that when it comes to a relationship. You should want somebody that's gonna pour into you, that's gonna grow with you. You shouldn't want nobody that's stagnant. You should not want nobody that want to see you at the bottom and stay there. You should want to own something for yourself, especially when you got children. You should want to be able to leave your kids something. We living in a day and age where our parents really couldn't leave us nothing, but we're in a different position. We all in different tax brackets. You should want to leave your kids something, and not just bills, and not just memories of going on cruise ship, and not just buying J's, not getting the latest iPhone. You should be able to leave your kids something. But some of y'all do not want to hear that because you're too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses and what you see on social media. Because to you, what you see is, oh, it got to be real. If you are in debt, and we all probably are because we got medical bills, because we can't pay some of these medical bills. But the medical bills don't stop you from getting certain things. You still can buy a house. You still can get a car. You still can get things even if you got medical bills. But this is my thing. In order to do better, listen, word. In order to do better, in order to live better, in order to change the way things are in your life, you got to change your mindset. And you got to stop thinking every time somebody giving you the truth, and when it hurt, everybody in the chat put stepping on toes. Put stepping on toes. Even when somebody step on your toes. See, people don't go to church because they don't want the pastor to come down their road. Hello. A lot of people don't want to go to church because they don't want the pastor stepping on their toes. A lot of people won't even talk to their mamas or grandmas. I'm talking about the older generation. Because a lot of us got grandparents that still living that don't mind telling you the truth about your behind. And you don't even talk to grandma no more because you don't want grandma to tell you the truth. Some of y'all don't talk to y'all daddy and mama no more because you don't want them to tell you the truth. I don't care what your mama did. I don't care what your daddy did. I can guarantee you they want you to do better than them. And they are tired of looking at you living like they live. Some of us still got the residue of the way our mamas live. Right now, if you grew up in the hood, there are some people that grew up in the projects, grew up in the hood, still with that mindset. They grew up in the hood and they still in the hood. They don't know anything else outside of the hood. They scared to move. They scared to move because, oh, we're going to have to pay more rent. They scared to get from under the umbrella. They scared to get from under the umbrella of the government paying something for them. You mean to tell me you met your man on Section 8? Listen, I'm finna hurt some feelings. I don't care. You met your man on Section 8. Y'all been together. Y'all done got married. Y'all been together 10, 15 years. And you still on Section 8? Somebody please make it make sense. If you met your man on Section 8, baby, you don't got no business still on Section 8. Not when you working and he working, you ain't got no business. Section 8 should have been a stepping stone, not the stone that you stay at forever. I'm serious. And the only people that's going to agree with me is my grown people that understand that no, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not saying something like I'm better than somebody. I'm telling you the truth. You should not still be on Section 8 10, 15 years into a marriage. Because you working and that man working, and you mean to tell me nowhere in the midst of that, y'all weren't able to save up no money to get from under that umbrella of the government? So you want to be under the government because, oh, it's safe there. Listen, how you get Section 8, listen, you get Section 8 and you able to take trips. You drive what you want to drive. You do all that, but you mean to tell me nowhere in your big grown adult life you've ever thought, you know what, it's time for me to get from under this umbrella and get out here and get in the real world, because out here we don't got no umbrella when you own your own home. We ain't got no umbrella. You know who umbrella we under? Jesus. Hello. Because we don't just go to the Section 8 is a resource. The government is a resource. Jesus is the source. I'm going to say it for them in the back. When you own your own house and bills are high, we got from under the umbrella of the government, from under the source, under the resource, and deal with the source. Jesus is the source of this household. When you get, come out. See, now y'all finna make me go to church real quick. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all believe in God. Some of y'all believe in God. Some of y'all believe in God, but you don't believe in God. You know how I know? Because you don't trust the fact that he gonna take care of you. You don't trust that he gonna take care of you. When you wholeheartedly trust God, he gonna bring you to it and he gonna bring you through it. But sometimes, some of y'all are like some of the 12 disciples. You know what I'm talking about? Some of y'all are like the 12 disciples. Some of y'all go to God and ask him for something, and only half of y'all gonna go back. God sent the 12 out, and not all of them came back. One came back. Somebody tell me, Miss Lassane, God sent 12 out. How many came back? Because somebody tell me, if God sent 12 disciples, somebody tell me in the chat, how many came back? How many came back? Somebody chat GPT. One came back. God sent 12 disciples. One came back. You understand me? And some of y'all are like the 12 disciples. God will bless you with something. And God don't see you no more until you need him. You understand me? You will say, Lord, this is the prayer you pray. And I don't care if you get mad. You say, Lord, I really want this house. I want this house real bad. You pray about it, you fast on it, you stand on it. But listen, one thing about God, he sees things abroad. He sees things way before you do. And one thing we can't do, we can't fool God. We can fool man, but we can't fool God. And sometimes God will give you something just to show you it ain't even what you want. Thank you, Michelle. You sit and you say, I want something. You want a house, you want a car, you want a man, you want a baby, you want a job, you want a promotion, you want to start that business, you want that degree. You want something. And sometimes God will give it to you just to show you something. And if it ain't in thy will. See, some of y'all go to God and the prayers don't even go up. They hit the ground. Hello. Yes, it falls on deaf ears. Sometimes God don't even hear nothing you say. But sometimes he have to show you his hand. Sometimes God got to show you his hand. He'll give you something just to see if you, which part of the 12 disciples you are. Some people will get something. They'll get a new house. God gave you the new house. But then you forget when you own your own house, it costs money and all the responsibility is on you. Sometimes you will pray by the house and God won't even give you the house because he sees how you do right now while you in an apartment. He says, my child ain't ready for a house, and no matter how many times you go to him, you cry to him, he still ain't giving it to you because you ain't showed him nowhere that you are ready or responsible for a new house. And he is not going to put you in that position because he knows that you're going to fail real bad. Then you mad at God. You gave so-and-so a house. Why you ain't give me a house? Because so-and-so probably doing what they supposed to do when it comes to the finances. You around here still going to therapy shop. Hello. You around here going therapy shopping, but you want God. Some of y'all be asking God for an increase. And you ain't got 2 pennies to rub together. But instead of you walking around your house, your apartment, whatever it is, the room you live in, and you walking around through that mud, and you saying, this is what you should be doing. Lord, I'm so thankful that I got 4 walls. Lord, I'm thankful that I got a roof. Lord, I'm thankful that I got lights. Lord, I'm thankful that the water can come on. Lord, I'm thankful that the TV still works. Lord, I'm thankful that I got food in there to eat. Lord, I'm thankful that I got a car out there to drive. Lord, I may not be where I want to be, but I'm where I'm supposed to be. Some of y'all ain't thankful nor grateful for what you got, but you want God to give you the mansion on the hills. Listen, it ain't that we serve a God that can't, baby, because the God we serve, he owns everything. But some of y'all ain't even in position. Your mind ain't even changed, but you want God to bless you with something that he knows that you can't take care of. Okay, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry. And then you get big mad, but some of y'all part of the 12 disciples, and some of y'all the 11 and not the 1. And you know who you are. You know you will get mad and go binge shop. When you get ready to buy a house, you need to have money that you don't even know you need. You need to have money that you don't even know you need. You want listen, in order to be financially free, you got to look in the mirror and tell yourself, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time to stop overspending. It's time to stop complaining. It's time to get my finances in order. Hey Charles, do you understand me? It's time to get my finances in order. Some of y'all scared and y'all mad right now. Some people, when I tell y'all they riding me over here on YouTube, some people just going off on me saying I don't know what I'm talking about. They riding me. But I don't even care about that. Because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of watching my people perish without knowledge. Y'all want to get on social media and get in everybody's business. If somebody eats something, you will watch that video all the way through. If somebody on here cussing their children out or cussing their baby daddy out, you will watch that. Or if somebody on here telling you quit your 9 to 5 and become a social media influencer, you'll be listening to that. But as soon as somebody go to telling something that affects you and trying to get you together, you don't want to hear that because you want everybody to say, oh my God, you the best this. I don't care if you on a job. You should be trying to become the best person at that job. I don't care what kind of job you got. Some people say the job that they have. Let me tell you something. Because I ask people, what is something that's hindering them from being financially stable? Somebody said the job. Come here. Let Let auntie school you. I don't care if you work at Burger King. You understand me? I don't care if you work at Starbucks. I don't care if you work at Racetrack. I don't care if you work at Popeyes. I don't care if you detail cars at the local car dealership. I don't care what it is that you do. If the job you got right now is not allowing you to live the life that you want to live, what are you going to do about it? You going to stay on that job and complain every day and take it out on everybody else? I'm sick of going through the drive-thru, and because you having a bad day and you don't want to work on your job, that part, and you working, you don't like your job, you complaining about what you don't like. Then, listen, this is for people that work at fast food. This ain't everybody. You have an attitude. You have an attitude because you don't like this because you made some bad choices in life. That part. You made bad choices in life. Just because you made some bad choices, that don't mean that's what you got to do forever in a day. That job is a stepping stone. And instead of you going to that job with an attitude, instead of you going to that job wrinkled every day, instead of you getting up every day complaining about what you don't like, first of all, change your mindset, change your attitude. You need to go to work tomorrow and act like you a boss. Quit looking at your situation or your circumstances and say, oh, this ain't what I want to do. I don't like my job. Quit doing that, because you don't know that somebody else wish they could be working that job, but they can't get that job for whatever reason. Somebody said they background. Somebody said that their background is stopping them from being financially free, but you complaining about working at Burger King. Think about it the very next time you want to complain. It's somebody out there doing worse than you, but you got the audacity to complain. You need to get up and go to work every day like this my last day on this job, because the Lord finna open the door for me to get another job. But the Lord ain't moving on your behalf because of your attitude. Yesterday my pastor preached about being faithful. About being faithful. We want to be faithful to God when God is blessing. Oh, he made the blind see, he made the lame walk, he cured somebody, he blessed me with a house and a car and a man. Like, that's the only time sometimes we're found faithful. But my question is, are you faithful when all hell breaking loose? Hello. When all hell breaking loose in your life, are you faithful? Can he find you to be faithful? Or are you only faithful when he's giving you things? Make it make sense. You got to change the way you think about things, the way you approach things. When I say change your mindset, in 2026, at 46 years old, I don't want to be around nobody stagnant. I don't want to be around, thank you. I don't want to be around nobody that don't want more in life. You understand me? I don't want to sit around a circle of women and the only thing we talking about is what happened to Cardi B. I don't want to be around nobody every day, all day, and all we talking about, excuse me y'all, is what happened to Peach McIntyre. I don't even want to sit around nobody and talk about what the government do. I want to be around women that making boss moves. I want our conversation when we leave each other that we have uplifted each other. We've leaving the circle with some information that can change my life for the rest of my life. I don't want to be around, I don't even want to get on social media and listen to somebody being negative, cussing, down in women of color or whatever race. I don't feel like doing that. I want to be around women that want to see me win. Because I don't know, I have 120 83 people, and I got 40 people over here. I don't know all y'all. I may know 1 or 2 people, maybe even more. But, and I'm saying this with my chest, I want every last one of you to win. I want your days ahead of you. I want you to understand you ain't seen your best days yet. You understand me? I want you to have that frame of mind that tomorrow might just be that day I be able to take care of my whole family, because now I'm in a financial position to do exactly what I want to do. I want you to have that mindset. Lord, if you bless me, I won't forget about the source. If you bless me big, I won't forget about this. I want that to come so freely that the Lord believe you. The Lord know, because the Lord know you. You're his child. The Lord knew you in your parents' womb. So if you think that by saying all that you can fool God, the Lord standing over you saying, that's right there, why I ain't gonna give you nothing, because you ain't gonna do none of that what you said. You want to be found faithful when it come to God. See, y'all want to be faithful on them jobs, and you faithful on your job, especially if you get up every day and you go to your job. I don't care if you're a social media influencer. If you get up on social media every day, you're faithful to social media. If you own your own business and you show up for your business, you're faithful to that job that pays the bills. But God can't find no faithfulness in your heart when it comes to him. I'm just saying, you want to be found faithful. Because let me make it plain so y'all can understand. You know that job you get up and go to every day? You know how you get up in the morning? Some of y'all pray. I pray every morning. Some of y'all pray. You may talk to God. You may, whatever, get out of bed. You might have a bad morning. You know, you get up and you move around. If you go to that business every day because you own your business, if you go to class every day, whatever it is that you do faithfully, let me tell you something. You do know the reason why you're faithful, because God woke you up, because God put warm blood in your veins, because God let them limbs move, because God allowed your mouth to talk, because God put movement in your leg. I don't care how you write it, shake it, throw it. If it had not been for the Lord, you wouldn't be as faithful as you are to that job, because faithfulness is a choice. You don't have to get up and go nowhere if you don't want to. That's a choice. But yet, you go to the source with your problem, but go to the resource faithfully. Think about it. You go to the resource faithfully, but you go to the source and you question him. Instead of you saying, Lord, listen, I don't know when and I don't know how, I just know you are. And when you do, you gonna show up and you gonna show out. But sometimes you gotta wait on it. Sometimes you gotta wait on it. But in order to get certain things, you gotta stop being part of the 12 disciples, being part of that 11 crew, and be part of that one crew. Some of y'all listening to me and y'all saying, why she talking about God? I don't believe in no God. Why she talking about the Lord? I get up and I do everything on my own. The Lord don't write my this. The Lord don't have me driving. Listen. Excuse me. Before y'all join my live, I said join my live at your own risk. Because if I want to talk about Jesus, I'm going to talk about Jesus. You understand me? Now, if this offends you, rub you the wrong way, if it got you feeling some type of way, good. I did my job, because it is time for us to be better than we were yesterday. It's hard for somebody to tell you that the way you are, the way you talk. Some of y'all women some of the women that are in relationships that are married, some of y'all got good men. Some of y'all got good men. Some of y'all got the type of man that'll give you his shirt off his back. He ain't perfect, but he get up and go to work. He provides for the family. He comes home every night. No, he don't look like what you see on the internet. You can't tell your homegirls he took you to Lenox Mall and bought out the mall. You may not. But I can guarantee you, if you check them insurance policies, he got you taken care of if something happens to him. But see, some of y'all don't want to have them kind of conversations. Because y'all think he ain't no real man because he don't spoil you with the material aspects of life. Some men got good women. They got good women, faithful women. And they will drop their dime to get with a roach because their roach made them feel good. Because some of them roaches be for everybody. I'm just saying. Sometimes a man can have a good woman that's also teaching him how to save. Teaching him that you can have more in life if you just do it like this or do it like that. Because y'all do know God created a helpmate. Not just for a woman. He also created a helpmate so that you can help your man. But some of y'all would drop your dime. You know how sometimes a man will cheat on you? And the woman he cheats with, let's be clear, not all these side pieces be ugly and toe down. Some of these side pieces be bad. I'm talking about some of these side pieces have you looking at yourself in the mirror saying, oh, she fine. Oh, yeah. Sometimes they be that. But what sometimes what these side pieces don't know is you are the reason why your man is in the position that he's in. I don't care who she is. She ain't you. Sometimes, I'm going to say it again, sometimes a side chick don't even understand you are the reason why your man, the man she cheating with, dealing with, you're the reason why he is the way that he is. And all the time she be thinking it's him when it's actually you as the woman. I'm just saying. So the very next time, I don't know who this for, you think the thoughts of messing with somebody's husband, make sure you got the lender and not the borrower. Because he look good. Because he look good. He come off as financially stable. That talk game. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The very next time you think the thoughts and you let him pillow talk. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me get my charger. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. The next time the very next time you lay up with him and y'all pillow talk, y'all, you know how some of these women like to pillow talk, and you allow that man to tell you, oh, I'm leaving her, I'm so unhappy with her, she ain't nothing, she ain't half for you, I wish you was my baby mama or you was my wife, and she ain't this, she complain all the time, she nag, if y'all pillow talk and you allow him to say all these things about his old lady, I'm gonna need you to make sure he is not the borrower, but he is the lender. You understand me? Because if you mess around and get him, because sometimes in some situations the side chick normally take the man and she thinks she won. In some situations, let's be clear, the side chick do win. But I ain't finna say 100% across the board. You hear what I say? That part. I ain't gonna say 100 because across the board. But see, why I'm saying all this, when you in a position, like right now, the only people that know what your financial situation is you. Unless you sick and tired of being sick and tired, what I'm saying right now is going over your head. Because you don't want nobody to tell you the truth. You can get on social media and brag about the bags you got, the shoes you got, the hair you wear. You can talk about the trips you take, the car you drive, the house you live in. You can brag about all that. But make sure your priorities are in order. Make sure when you bragging, your kids or you ain't got no Medicaid. Make sure while you bragging, you own your home and not rent. Make sure while you bragging that credit score higher than 300. I'm just saying. People love to get on social media and talk about what they got. Make sure. Because you don't never want to come out that you owe those things. Yeah, I said what I said. Because if you walking around here saying I'm broke, but I paid all my bills, and you think that's a flex, you broke. That one. And you as a woman, this is for all my ladies. All my ladies. You know how y'all be saying, I want a man that come together. Before you even part your lips and say that, make sure your credit is A1. Quit thinking that a man gonna save you. If I get a man, he can pay all my bills. How about you be in a position to pay all his bills and don't even pay his bills just so he can know if this don't work out, she is still able to hold it down on her own. Get in a position that you get the man that you want and not the man that you need. Hello. Get in a position when he meets you, you come bossed up. You understand me? Meet him bossed up. Because see, when my husband met me, he met me degreed up. Hello. That's a word. When my husband met me, he met me degreed up. You understand me? So when you deal with somebody, make sure you come bossed up. Make sure you already on your A game. Don't be around here saying, oh, I'm waiting on him to build me up. We're not playing build a bell. We're not playing build a bell. You come A1 already ready so that when he do meet you, he already know, okay, this a real one. And when I say a real one, I ain't talking about real fine. I ain't talking about real pretty. I'm talking about a real one. Not just, because if you think about this, think about this. You go on a date with somebody. And I ain't just talking about any man. I'm talking about you go on a date and he mess around to be a grown man. I'm serious. What my men at? I'm going to need my men. I need my men. If I got some men on here still, do I got some men on here still? That's all I need to know. I don't care if it's one man. Do I got any men on my live? Any men on here? Do I got any men on here? Okay, listen. When you go on a date, when you go on a date with some of these men, you mess around and come across a grown man. And you sitting there and y'all talking. Y'all having a conversation. Okay, I'm talking to my grown men. Y'all having a conversation. Hey, John. Y'all having a conversation. And one thing about grown men, they listen. Now you sitting back, y'all sitting at dinner, y'all cruising, he got his drink or God, whatever, and you sitting there saying, oh, I can take myself on trips. I went over here to Brazil. I went to Cancun. I went to Puerto Rico. I went to Miami. Like you talking about all the material things. Oh, if you got kids, oh, I keep my kids fly. I rock the newest bag and the newest shoe. You saying all this to a grown man. What he's listening to you say is, I don't save no money. Listen, not all women, but most of the time when you doing all that talking and you throwing out what you do and this, the next question he want to know, well, what you save? Do you save anything or do you just travel? Thank you. Like I'm serious. Grown men want to know that, okay, you can do all that, but do you save anything? Do you put anything back for a rainy day? You saying that you take your kids on trips, you buy them trips. Are you teaching your kids the value of $1? It's nice, it's sweet, it's cool to be able to brag or say that you take care of your kids. Grown men don't mind that, but a grown man want to know, you doing all this for your kids, but not one time you said, I told my kids no because they want to go on a trip. I told them we're going to put a little down. We're going to go open up savings accounts. It's not a flex. Listen, it is not a flex that your children can go around the world all summer, but they can't even read on their grade level. It's not a flex that your child can run the football field down the field, but yet can't add or subtract. It is not a flex when we buy our kids everything but teach them nothing. Hello. Grown men, they're not impressed that you got the latest bag. Like, you saying all this, but not one time you open your mouth and say, you know what? I sit my kids down all the time and I talk to them about finances. I tell them the truth. I tell them, you know what? I didn't do well, but I want you to do well. I'm just saying, like, grown men are not impressed that you can take Leroy to Cancun, take him on a cruise ship. He ain't impressed because he knows that that's once in a lifetime, but this real life. Like, a grown man want to know, like, that part too. Like, a grown man wants to know, but I'm talking about something way important. Hold on. A grown man wants to know, like, y'all sitting across from each other, trying to get to know each other. He want to know exactly what it is to you. He wants to know, you sit there and say, I got my doctorate degree. Okay, without your doctorate degree, who are you? You talk about, I got children. Okay, without your children, who are you? Grown men want to know who you are because they're listening to you say what you do with money, but he afraid, like, okay, we buying a house, like, what if we want to buy a house? What that credit look like? Are you working on your credit? Are you living above your means? It's like, this is what grown men do, and let's not get it twisted. Grown women do the same thing. Grown women ain't got time to play fix or bell. Ain't no, I'm 46. I'm going to say this. The man that I'm married to, he's an extraordinary man. Ain't no way I can go to ordinary. If me and my husband don't work out, I couldn't deal with no ordinary man. Not no man giving me the bare minimum. This man went in his savings account. We got a house, not because we went and got a Fannie Mae loan. Like, my husband literally had the money in the bank, and we went and put the money down on the house. Like, you think I'm finna deal with a man that I got to build up? So if you a woman and you been on your job more than 90 days, you ain't got no business around here crying over nobody that's in between jobs. You been on your job 15 years and you dealing with a joker because he got good Peter. You dealing with a joker because he got that good down there, and you been on your job 15 years. You home crying over a man that ain't even got no high school diploma. I said what I said. You home crying over a man that ain't got no work ethic. Okay. I'm just saying, when you got stability on your job, you don't have no business dealing with nobody and got at least have half of that job experience, because you don't want to be dealing with no man sitting on no couch. Listen, you don't want to be dealing with no man. You definitely don't want to deal with no man that got that good. You don't want no man, all he got is that good, so he put it on you and you lose your mind. Girl, we too old for that. It's too late up in the game. Y'all, it's too late up in the game to let somebody put it in my life like that. And I can't function. I'm going to let him sit on my couch. I'm going to let him flip the money. I'm going to give him everything, and he has to do nothing. And the Bible said a man that don't work don't eat. Hello. About the Bible said he blesses a man that uses his hands. Because people want to quote scripture. They always want to quote the scripture that fits their life. But let's talk about it. The Lord knocked over tables because people was doing wrong in the synagogue. But some of y'all around here, the Bible said a man that don't work, that don't eat. They said a man's supposed to be the protector and the provider. But I get it. Some of these men can't even be a protector or a provider because some of y'all women, y'all too strong. Come out to the front. Let's talk about it real quick. Some of y'all women too strong. You see how I say strong? Too strong. Not even strong. Too strong. Y'all be trying to figure out why that man don't love on you. He can't love on you because y'all, some of y'all, too strong. Because see, that's all you know. You don't know what it looked like. Ooh, hold on. If you ain't never seen no grown man do what grown men do, if you ain't never seen no grown man be a provider, if you ain't never seen a grown man, you will never know what it looks like or feel like to even deal with a grown man. Because the definition that people say in 2026 is what a grown man is not what a grown man is. Because a man pay 100% of the bills, that does not mean that he is a grown man. I tip my hat off to them that do. But let's not get it twisted. Just because your man pay 100% of the bill, that don't mean he a grown man. He is a man, but that don't mean he's a grown man. Because your woman can throw it in a circle, that don't mean she's a grown woman. That means she's a woman. Because some people get that twisted. Oh, I'm a grown woman. Oh, you a grown woman because you cuss. Oh, you a grown woman because you shape like a Coke bottle. Oh, you a grown woman because you can make a clown. Oh, you a grown woman because you cook clean and you know. That don't mean you're a grown woman. Let me tell you what two grown people do. Grown people sit down and have grown people conversations. Grown people conversations. And sometimes those conversations be hard. When the single women be saying they want a man until he requires them to reciprocate what they ask for. They want a grown man until that grown man asks them to reciprocate what they said they can do. Listen, you thank you. You sit and have a conversation. You sit and have a conversation. You meet somebody and you say, you know, I cook, clean, take care of the kids, you know. You do the basics until you get with that person. And then he find out you can't even cook. You don't do none of the things that you said you would do. But when it comes to that bedroom, oh, you put down in that bedroom. But ladies, let me tell y'all something. And I'm not even a man, I'm a woman. All that putting down in the bedroom, it ain't going to keep that man there. It'll get him there, but it ain't going to keep him there. Because men are simple creatures, somewhat. Simple creatures. And they don't require much as you think that they require. One of the things, that part, this ain't about cooking. That's why I said if you think that cooking, if you heard what I said, if you think that cooking and cleaning is what's going to keep them there, no. Like I said, when you are grown people do grown people things like have hard conversations. And they don't just talk about what they're going to do. They do what they're going to do. But when it comes to being in grown-up conversations, somebody always going to shy away, get mad, something. Because too many people do too much talking at each other and not enough listening to one another. A lot of relationships don't last besides finances and because of communication, the lack thereof. If you met a man as a woman and you met him on his finances, like he gonna spend money on what he need to spend, he ain't gonna just spend his money frivolously. He gonna save it. And you get mad because he gonna buy you a bag. Or you the type of woman that says, I want a man that comes all together. I want a man that can touch me right, talk to me right, spend money on me, flip me around in the bedroom, open car doors, buy me flowers. You want a man that can read your mind. Ladies, I'm sorry to tell you this, they are not mind readers. They can't read minds. But men are simple creatures. They want to be needed. Don't let Nail tell you that they don't. If at any time or point you make a man feel like you're more man than he is, he gonna be looking at you with one eye like, wait a minute, who did I marry? See, this the problem with a lot of women. They want to be the woman and the man at sometimes. They don't know how to be submissive, not all. Because I know my grown women that I talk to and listen to me, they know how to be submissive. They just not following the wrong man. And when I say the word submissive, I'm not saying that you somebody's slave and you got to do what they say. I'm talking about when y'all communicate, or let me say it like this. Let me tell you how you know you're dealing with a grown man. When you independent and you used to being on your own and you feel like everybody coming at you, you talk a certain type of way. Your tone is a certain type of tone. But when you deal with a grown man, that grown man ain't gonna let you little boy him too many times. A grown man would tell you, listen, you're not talking to me like that. I'm a grown man. You would not talk to me in that tone. And not because he want to chastise you, because first of all, you don't have to talk to him in that type of tone. You can actually talk to him. When a man tells you, no, we're not doing certain things, not because, or he said you're not spending your money, or you're not buying that. Some women want a man until when you come in and you so used to spending your money how you want, and he go to telling you, you're not buying that, you don't need that. That now you like this. You don't tell me what to do with my money. I can spend my money like I want to. Don't no grown man got time for that. You may not be used to being disciplined with your money, but you met a grown man that is. And it could be vice versa. Sometimes you got to get that man on track. Because sometimes you'll meet a man with 100 pair of Jordans, but ain't got nail pair of work shoes. Sometimes you'll meet a man with $1,000 worth of clothes in his closet, but ain't got nail church suits. Y'all be tripping me out. Y'all be tripping me out. That man got all that clothes in the closet, but don't work nowhere. You got that, bro. Oh, you want a street man till something happen, he get clean, clean. Nah, the lifestyle that he gave you, you can't even live it no more. I'm just saying, certain things to think about. When you get older, you tell yourself, I got to do better than what my mama did. I got to do better than what I did yesterday, last year, last month. No, they're not grown women. That's why I say it's a difference between a grown woman and a woman. You should, if you're in a relationship, y'all should be building something. If you're not with somebody and y'all building something, what are y'all doing? Laying up with each other? Listen, laying up only lasts for a little while. It be too hot sometimes. You ain't got time. You sweaty. You out of breath. What happens when you done? You better have somebody that you can build with. That part. A grown man gonna have his affairs in order. A grown man will have his affairs. But sometimes men can't even be grown men to get their affairs in order because they got too many women comparing them to the ones that NFL players. You can't compare your man to an NFL player because I can guarantee you he ain't got the NFL player money. Baby, it's fine, Maria. You just getting on here. I've been on here. You understand, Hayes? Statistics. It's okay. Maria says she don't understand what I'm saying. Baby, it's fine. It ain't that they got to work as hard. If you in a relationship, y'all should be working together. And y'all should be changing the narrative. Because you can do bad by yourself. You can do swell by yourself. You don't need nobody to help you do bad or to do better. But when you are, that part, when you are in a relationship and you got a strong person over here, I'm talking about everything that the man say, you going against, or everything the woman say, you go against, and y'all can't sit down and come to agreement in the middle. That is a problem. How's y'all waging against each other, but y'all supposed to be bonded to each other? You cannot win when you got one over here pushing back on everything that's being said, or you got this one pushing back. Like, it just ain't gonna work. But my topic today was financial stability. At 46, that one. This, my God. Thank you. Our money. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Something more. More boss says building in a relationship with someone who is already grown. That part. And when I say grown, I don't care what your body look like. I don't even care what your talk get. Like, how are you acting? How are you trying to reach these goals? How are you trying to set goals for yourself? And I tell people, you need to have. Listen. You got to be in a position that you got to be thinking together and separate. What I mean by that, you should always be able to come to the table with something. Okay, babe, we need to save money for this. We need to do this. We need to do, you know, I'm very transparent. My birthday is in July. Every year we do something for our birthdays. My husband asked me what I wanted to do. I told him at first I wanted to go to Chicago. We can afford to go to Chicago. But, like I said, I only been in my house 2 years, and there's a whole lot of stuff that I want to get gradually. And I don't want to go to Chicago and then come back and saying, dang, I still need A, B, and C. I can, as long as God keep me, listen, as long as God keep me, I'm going to go to Chicago. But going to Chicago right now wouldn't be the best thing for me, in my opinion, when there are other things that's way more important, meaning like I want new furniture. If I want something, I can go to Chicago and think about getting it at another date. But you know what? It's been 2 years. Now I'm in a position I want to start building on what I got. My husband, when I went a few days later, I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Chicago another time. That part. You understand me? And my husband was like, really? Yeah. We're in a marriage, not somebody that I'm kicking it with, not, you know, like I'm not putting that type of strain on him to try to figure out, you know, 101 things. Not because we can't, because I choose not to. Now somebody else will be like, oh, I'll go to Chicago, forget this. But that's you. That's how you move. That's how you think. That's how you react. That's how you feel. That's how you would do things. But when you become an adult, you can care less about what other people think. You could care less about how or what other people feel. And that's what I'm talking about. You want to be in a room with other adults that understand. It ain't that I can't afford Chicago. I just don't feel like Chicago is that important right now. Fake TikTok, can y'all hear me? Put your thumbs up because somebody was just calling me. Can y'all hear me over here? I figured they couldn't hear me. Okay. I figured that because somebody was calling me when somebody get to calling me. But people don't understand when you become an adult. When you become an adult, you think like an adult. Showing out for social media or impressing people that you don't know, it doesn't pay, because see, everybody is doing something, but nobody's really doing something. We got to get ourselves in position so that we can vacation like the rich. You know, the rich people go on vacation Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when they want to. We go on vacation when we can. I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of people that's listening to me want to be in that same position. We want a vacation when we want to, but we got to do something now to get ourselves in that position. And that looks like sacrifice. I'm serious. And I know being disciplined, changing your mindset, that's hard. Because who wants to change their mindset? Because people want to flex on the ground. They want to flex on social media, period. They want to just, oh, I did this, y'all look at me. But what that credit score look like? Oh, y'all look what I'm driving. You renting or you own? People scared to ask those questions. It look nice. Who don't want to pull up in a Mercedes? But I don't want to be driving a Mercedes. I don't want to look like I got it and don't got it, baby. When I got it, I want to look like I got it and have it for real. Hello. I'm not, listen, I don't even window shop. I'm not a window shopper. Because, baby, when I go to the store, I go get what I want and need. But we got too many people want to look like they got it. Oh, okay, they make you feel good. You look like you got it, but I can guarantee you don't sleep good at night. Because when you're in a position where you can pay your bills, you sleep so good at night. When you know you can pay that light bill, that rent, that mortgage, that car note, that car insurance, keep the internet on, keep food. You sleep so much better versus trying to figure out how you're going to make ends meet because now you don't got it. And I don't know if y'all can understand what I'm saying. You sleep way much better knowing that you got the money to go get your kids some shoes if they needed shoes. You sleep way much better knowing if your kids needed a jacket, you can get them a jacket. You sleep way much better knowing that you can pay, you got the money for next month rent, next month mortgage. You sleep so much better when you know you can pay the light bill and the lights ain't gonna get cut off. And you know how I know that? Because growing up, I stayed on. And when I had children, I told myself I'm going to do my hardest not to put my kids in a position where the lights get cut off. And now that I pay my light bill, I know that it feels way much better not worrying about not being able to pay the bill. See, some of y'all think that talking about financial stability, no, we don't need to talk about that. No, it is important that we do better than what we've been doing. We got to stop spending every dime on material things. Y'all think the rich people walk around here with the latest Jordans? They go shopping in Walmart, Target, Ross. They get their kids that, while we the people that ain't got much got to have the Jordans, the J's, all 5, 6 children. Got to have the latest this. Everybody child got an iPhone 17. Why? Oh, you got to keep up. Oh, because everybody got it. Everybody got it. Get you some rich friends and talk to them. And ask them, look how they live. You'll be surprised the conversation rich people have. Not that they don't have problems, but in order for us to even get in a different tax bracket, everybody put different tax bracket. To get in a different tax bracket, we gonna have to do something we never done before. Quit making the rich richer while you mentally poor. I like that. Mentally poor. Mentally poor. You know how you know you mentally poor? You mentally poor when you get offended when somebody say do better than what you've been doing. You mentally poor when you get offended when somebody tell you the truth about you. You mentally poor when you can't look in the mirror and see what you've been doing wrong. You know darn well that you couldn't afford to go on no trip, and you took your income tax and booked that trip, and you think it's a flex that you going on a trip when you come back from that trip, you ain't gonna have no money. You going on that trip with your income tax, but when you come back, you ain't gonna have no money. You go on that trip, and I said what I said. I gotta keep this going. But you know what? Only my grown people understand what I'm saying. Somebody said inflation has hindered them from getting in a different tax bracket, moving up. Inflation is real. I don't care if you live in Florida or you live in California. Inflation is real. And stop thinking that you can run from it. You can't. You got to figure out how to maintain until it gets better out here. Complaining about it ain't gonna change the narrative. Inflation is real. What you gonna do? That part. What you gonna do? If you got health problems, that's a whole different conversation. If you got health problems, that's a whole different conversation. If you can't work, this ain't you. I'm talking about the people that can function, that can get up and go to work, can move their arms, legs. I'm talking about those people. If you you have health problems, that's something different. But if you in your right mind, you can get up and get in people's business and gossip and talk about people and spend every dime you get, and you ain't got no health problem. If you think retail therapy is therapy, you ain't got no problem. It's ways. Thank you, Robin. And this is one of the biggest things I want to leave y'all. Quit looking at the resource. When I say the resource is your man, your job. The resource is that school, your bonus, your raise. Those are resources. I'm gonna need y'all to clap it up for the source. Because as long as the source sits high and looks low, you ain't never gonna go without. When I say never, you ain't gonna never go without. But see, some of y'all problem is y'all praise the resource. That one. Start clapping it up for the source. the one that makes a way, the one that comes through every time, the one that brought you through the last time and the last time and the time before that, that one that wakes you up and starts you on your way, the one that keep you in your right mind with blood still running warm in your veins, the one that your limbs can move and your mouth can talk and your eye, the one that got that heart pumping. If you put your hand on your chest, that heart is beating. Now, you better start thinking the source and not just the resource. If you in a good position, Jesus did it. You got the job that you want, you living the life that you want to live, Jesus did it. If you won the lottery or you got a good man, your kids, if your life is perfect, Jesus did it. You had a good daddy growing up. Like, it's just certain things you just got to tell the Lord, thank you. Some of y'all don't know what it's like to grow up not to have no lights. Some of y'all don't know what it's like to grow up not to have no food in the house. Some of y'all don't know what it feels like to come home and there's eviction notice on the door. And for those things, you need to tell the Lord, thank you. Because some of us out here, we know what that feels like. Some of y'all don't know what it's like not to have your daddy. Some of y'all don't know what it's like not to have your mama. Some of y'all don't know what it's like not to have shoes and clothes. Some of y'all don't know. And for that, you ought to be thankful. Now, and for the ones that know what it feels like, come here. For my, let Auntie talk to you. For my family that know what it feels like, the struggle growing up. But baby, you look back over your life, but you look at where you at right now, you ought to tell the Lord thank you, because you grew up like that. It started there, but it stopped there, but it ain't gonna start with you, because you vowed to do better than your mama, better than your father. You're a better parent than your family, your parents ever was. If you making a way for your children right now, if the Lord has blessed you to own a business, get a good job, get them degrees, get you a good man, get a good husband, like if you got the things and you didn't grow up with those things, you ought to still tell the Lord thank you, because he didn't have to. He kept you anyhow. You can sit down and say, I can remember when. Thank you. I can remember when. But look at me now. Thank you. See, y'all too busy talking about what you don't got. How about you say what you do got? You're looking at it from a different side, because you feeling like I should be here and there. It's a lot of things that I wish I had, or there's a lot of things I wish I've done, but I didn't and I haven't. Long as I'm living, I'll get to do it if it's in thine will. You feel what I'm saying? But see, y'all too busy focusing on the resource. Even social media is a resource. Some people get on social media and make money. This is a resource. This is a resource. This ain't the source. People own these platforms, but it ain't the source. I'm just saying. That's what I'm talking about. Curse break. You got to sometimes sit back and look back over your life. Even if you're going through a rough time in your life right now. If right now you having a hard time, like you going through something, listen to me. If you're going through something right now, understand this. Trouble don't last always. Trouble don't last always. It's only a test. But listen, if y'all enjoyed my live and you are not following me, make sure you are following me. If you have not subscribed to your girl, if you ain't following your girl on YouTube, go and subscribe to your girl. If this your first time here and you ain't following me, follow your girl. Listen, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. I haven't been able to really do much with Instagram because I need 500 more people. And when I get there, baby, I'm going to have 3 screens up here. I can't wait till I have enough people to go live on Instagram. So if you have not followed me and you like how I got down, make sure you follow, subscribe. I want to thank everybody that came to my live today, that engaged, that gave me a gift, that didn't give me a gift, that tapped the screen, that shared it out. I want to thank everybody on YouTube. YouTube always come through in clutch. Listen, some lives be better than other ones. In the last few lives, y'all, it's been good. It's been good. But listen, we're going to get ready to parade. I stayed on longer than I thought I was going to stay on, y'all. And I hope y'all been writing stuff down because we have to talk about stuff. We got to talk about stuff. Tomorrow's topic is going to be mentally poor. We're going to talk about being mentally poor. Mentally. You so rich on the outside, but mentally you're really poor, especially when you think having the latest J's and you don't got no money in the bank. But that's for tomorrow. Let's get ready to pray. Repent about my sin, Lord Jesus. I come to you humble, thinking in advance of choosing me to be the person you chose to speak to your people. Lord, open every door that needs to be open and close every door that needs to be closed. Lord, if anybody's sick on my life, I'm asking you to heal them from the inside out. By your stripes, you said we are healed. If anybody's weak on my life, I'm asking that you whisper in their ear and tell them, when you are weak, the Lord is strong. Lord, make them the head and not the tail. Make them the lender and not the borrower. Make them first and not the last. Lord, I'm asking that you protect everybody's goings and comings that was on this live. Lord, watch over them and give them sweet sleep tonight. Lord, go back 46 generations. Lord, I'm asking you to do what only you can do. Cancel any following spirits, any money spirits, any jumping spirits, anything not sent by you. Lord, I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways. I cancel anything against me and my home and my family, any strongholds. I know the enemy listen, but Lord, you come in like a flood. Lord, allow this word to be sent and do what it was supposed to do, and let it not fall on deaf ears. Lord, let it not return unto you void. Lord, not wondering what you're going to do. Thank you in advance for what you're about to do. In your son, Jesus' name, amen. Until the next time, I want you to know that I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Yes, I stayed on longer today, girl.